At first glance, coral reefs seem like nothing more than a beautiful underwater painting, vivid colors, swaying corals, and schools of fish darting through crystal-clear water. But these aren't just pretty backdrops for divers or postcards. They're bustling underwater cities, full of life, conflict, cooperation, and crisis. Behind every rock lies a secret world. One where the tiniest creatures build entire islands, where fish form societies, and where survival hangs in the balance. But these vibrant cities are in trouble, and they're sending silent distress signals we can't afford to ignore. Today, we dive into the secret life of coral reefs, to discover why they're more than just pretty colors, and why their survival matters more than ever. More than just pretty colors. Most people think corals are plants, or maybe even rocks. But here's the twist, they're animals. Tiny ones called polyps, that live in colonies and build the massive structures we call reefs. Each coral polyp is like a miniature sea anemone. They feed by catching plankton from the water, but their true secret weapon is a microscopic partner. Inside their tissues live algae called zooxanthellae. These tiny algae perform photosynthesis, providing food for the coral, and in return, they get a safe home and access to sunlight. This partnership is what gives corals their dazzling colors. But it's also what makes them vulnerable. If the ocean gets too warm or too polluted, the corals get stressed and expel their algae. They turn ghostly white and begin to starve. So when we say coral reefs are colorful, we're not just talking about beauty. We're seeing a fragile balance, one that can easily tip into disaster. Underwater cities. Coral reefs are more than just structures, they're living, breathing cities under the sea. Every nook and cranny serves a purpose. Every resident plays a role. Some fish act as cleaners, running underwater car washes where larger fish line up to have parasites removed. And it's not just fish, cleaner shrimp also play the role of reef janitors. These tiny crustaceans boldly climb onto passing fish, plucking off dead skin and parasites. It's a delicate job, and a risky one. But on the reef, even predators know the rules: don't eat the cleaners. Elsewhere in the reef, other creatures form partnerships too, like clownfish and anemones, or gobies and shrimp that share a home. Fish follow daily routines, migrating to feeding spots in the morning and returning to shelter at night, like commuters in a busy metropolis. And the coral? It's the infrastructure. It provides shelter, safety, and stability to thousands of species, all packed into less than 1% of the ocean floor. Builders and architects. They may be small, but coral polyps are master builders. Working together in colonies, they secrete calcium carbonate, a hard limestone-like substance that forms the structure of the reef. Over generations, layer by layer, they create massive underwater frameworks, some large enough to be seen from space. The Great Barrier Reef was built by billions of tiny coral polyps over thousands of years. These reefs aren't just pretty, they're protective. Coral structures break the force of ocean waves, shielding coastlines from erosion and storm damage. Many island nations owe their very existence to coral. Without reefs acting as natural barriers, some places could disappear beneath rising seas. Even beaches are shaped by reefs. Fish like parrotfish bite into coral as they feed, and the undigested bits are excreted as sand. Yes, that soft white sand? You can thank a reef for that. The silent crisis. Despite their strength and resilience, coral reefs are in serious trouble. All over the world, they're facing a crisis, one that's silent, but devastating. Rising ocean temperatures caused by climate change are the biggest threat. When the water gets too warm, corals become stressed and expel the algae they depend on. They lose their color, and more importantly, their source of energy. This is coral bleaching. It doesn't mean the coral is dead, yet. But without their algae, they begin to starve. If conditions don't improve, entire reefs can collapse. Pollution, overfishing, and coastal development add more pressure. Even sediment from construction can choke corals to death. It's like watching a city lose its power, its food, and its people, until only ruins remain. Why coral reefs matter to us? If coral reefs disappeared, it wouldn't just affect marine life. It would affect us all around the world. Reefs protect thousands of kilometers of coastline. Without them, more communities would be exposed to storm surges and erosion. They support fisheries that feed millions. They provide income through tourism. And they hold untapped potential. Scientists are studying reef organisms for medicines that could treat infections and even pain. It's estimated that coral reefs contribute billions to the global economy each year. Losing them wouldn't just be an environmental tragedy, it would be a human one too. But it's not too late. Around the world, people are fighting to save coral reefs, restoring damaged ecosystems, planting coral nurseries, and researching more resilient species. Some scientists are even developing supercorals, varieties that can survive warmer waters and acidic conditions. And individuals like you can help too. Wearing reef-safe sunscreen, supporting sustainable seafood, reducing carbon footprints. Even small actions matter. Coral reefs have survived for millions of years, but they need our help now more than ever. If we protect them, they'll continue protecting us. Coral reefs may seem far away, silent colorful worlds hidden beneath the waves. But their fate is deeply connected to ours. They feed us, protect our shores, and inspire wonder with every breath of life they hold. They've been building these underwater cities for millions of years. Whether they're still standing in the future is up to us. Thanks for watching. If this inspired you, share it, and let more people see the beauty and urgency of saving our coral reefs.